The NBA's behind-the-scenes world is just as complex as the game of basketball itself. On-court action is filled with an endless number of tactics, different plays, and lots of player combinations, which make this game that much more unpredictable and entertaining. On the other hand, the business side of the NBA is just as complex, with all the trades, signings, different exceptions, and rules that make the behind-the-scenes world of the league that much more interesting to follow for a basketball fan. And one of the most exciting periods of time is the off-season, the time when all 30 NBA franchises start to strengthen their rosters by trying to acquire the best talents from all around the country. Needless to say, free agents play a very important role in this mechanism. There are also a lot of ways a player can become a free agent, and today we will talk about one of the most overlooked ones, the buyout market. In this video, we are going to discuss the potential buyout of Kevin Love and his signing with the Los Angeles Lakers, and how impactful this move might be. Also, I would really like to hear your opinion, as I'm very curious about what you, my dear subscribers, NBA fans, and just passing by viewers, think about the league's future. Now grab some snacks, get yourself comfortable, and enjoy this video. But before that, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hit that notification bell to get updates on our latest NBA content. Let's keep rolling. Recently, the Cavs have identified their next starting power forward in Lauri Markkanen, who's on his way to Cleveland. He is hardly a superstar, 13.6 points in 29 minutes per game last season, but he will be given a chance to show what he's capable of with a greater role with the Cavs. And then there's Kevin Love, whose minutes might be reduced significantly in order to give the young power forward room to improve. The 32-year-old veteran has already been with the Cavaliers for 7 seasons, and while his greatest days may be behind him, he is still a solid big man who can help the Lakers with his outside shooting. Love's statistics have fallen significantly, but he still hit a solid 36.5% from beyond the arc on 6.2 tries per game in 2021. Despite the fact that Los Angeles has been connected to a number of seasoned free agents on the market, nothing has materialized. One explanation might be that they are waiting for specific players to be bought out, and one intriguing candidate that has gained traction is Kevin Love. Although Love hasn't officially been linked to the Lakers as of yet, it's difficult to picture him going anywhere else if the Cavs buy him out. To begin with, LeBron James still has a close relationship with Love. The two clearly played together in Cleveland, where they won a ring for the organization in 2016. Despite the fact that James moved to Los Angeles some years later, their relationship has remained strong. If that wasn't enough, Russell Westbrook also has a close friendship with Love. They were teammates at UCLA for one season, helping the Bruins to get to the Final Four. Off the court, the two were roommates and have maintained contact since. Love congratulated Westbrook on his entrance into the UCLA Hall of Fame last year. A contract buyout would also be beneficial for the Cavs and allow Cleveland to save money on the remainder of Love's deal, while also allowing him to sign somewhere as a free agent. While Love is another big man, and considering that the Lakers haven't been happy with the prospect of having Marc Gasol on the team next season, this move still needs some work. There were talks about buying him out at the beginning of free agency, and sources say he's not a guarantee to return to the Lakers this summer, despite having committed to playing this year following the Olympics. Getting Kevin Love would signal a shift toward more shooting and less defense for the Lakers, which appears to be the front office's priority this offseason. Along with Anthony Davis, Love could thrive as a floor spacer without the same amount of defensive responsibilities he would have as the center in most lineups. When he's healthy, Love is a reliable shooter who can also bring you rebounds. If he can stay healthy and perform like he did in his 30-point and 14-rebound game against the Celtics last season, finding a good deal for him shouldn't be an issue. Love is a typical front court player who can not only spread the floor but can also provide the usual things you expect from a front court player: rebounding and rim protection. Love is not an exceptional rebounder or shot blocker at this point of his career, and his recent efforts have not been stellar, but on a contending team, especially with his buddies, he is certain to strive more and have a more positive influence. consider Blake Griffin's performance last season. Teams would have to give up a lot to take on Love's $30 million contract for this season, and it might be a failure if he can't remain healthy. While Love's deal is definitely not untradeable, it all boils down to what the Cavaliers are willing to accept and to some degree give up in order to transfer him to another franchise. The Cavaliers refuse to attach another asset to get rid of Love's deal, according to Lloyd, but if Love isn't able to increase his trade value, it may be necessary to add a player or draft pick to sweeten the pot for competing clubs. Otherwise, Cleveland will be stuck with a $30 million bench player, which isn't ideal. The problem is that over the last 3 seasons, Love has only appeared in 47% of the available games he might have played in. Any team that trades for him would be taking a risk not only because of his contract albatross, but also because of his recent injury history. While the Lakers still have 3 vacant roster spots and would not have to choose between Gasol and Love, considering Gasol's response to not playing last season, it's doubtful he'll participate ever again. There are still major doubts about Love's ability to contribute at a high level in the future, but there are examples of players in familiar situations obtaining a change of environment and thriving. Blake Griffin appeared to be washed up in Detroit, but he later turned out to be an important part of a Nets team that nearly beat the Bucks in the playoffs. The same can be said for Nicholas Batum, who exchanged a bench position for a regular rotation role with the Clippers. Accepting a buyout would be the easier option for Cleveland, as it would eliminate the need for the Cavaliers to give up another asset to get him out of his deal. But if Love isn't open to the notion, the only other option is to move him now or wait until the season begins and the trade deadline approaches. And that's exactly where another issue arises. 5-time All-Star forward Kevin Love has no interest in negotiating a buyout on the 2 years and $60 million left on his contract with the Cleveland Cavaliers, his agent Jeff Schwartz of Excel Sports told ESPN on Saturday. He added, "There have been no talks with Cleveland on a buyout, nor is there any interest from Kevin in doing a buyout," Schwartz told ESPN. The Cavaliers have periodically explored trading Love, a scenario he supports, but have been unable to find a deal they're willing to execute, sources said. There are a lot of ifs regarding the issues on and off the court that must be addressed. However, the ultimate consequence might be another important veteran addition for the Lakers this summer and a possible career resurrection for Kevin Love. My opinion is that this move will eventually happen, and acquiring Love is one of the best things the Lakers can do this summer to improve their chances of getting to the top of the NBA mountain next season. And what is your opinion? Do you think that Kevin Love is a great fit for the Lakers? Would you like to see the reunion of LeBron, Westbrook, and Kevin Love? Do you think that the Cavs should pull the trigger on Love and buy him out? What will be his role with the Los Angeles team? Tell me what you think in the comments down below, and once again, make sure to leave a like on this video and hit that subscribe button to catch up with the best NBA content. If you like this video, make sure to watch my other videos about recent NBA news. Thank you for watching.